The sun peeked through the trees. Steve strolled through the forest. He hummed a tune. Birds chirped sweetly. It was a beautiful day for an adventure. Steve loved exploring. The Minecraft world was so vast and mysterious. Today, he was searching for rare mushrooms. He needed them for a potion. The potion would make him extra strong. Steve walked deeper into the woods. The trees grew taller and thicker. The air felt cool and damp. He smiled. This was his happy place. A twig snapped behind him, breaking the eerie silence of the dense forest. Steve spun around, his hand hovering over his diamond sword, ready for any danger that might come his way. His heart raced. Was it a zombie? A creeper? The possibilities were endless in this unpredictable world. Standing there was an enderman, its tall, dark figure looming in the shadows. But this wasn't any ordinary enderman. This one looked confused, almost out of place in the familiar surroundings. The enderman shifted from foot to foot, an unusual behavior for such a typically menacing creature. It wrung its long, spindly fingers, a gesture that seemed almost human. Its usual purple eyes seemed to sparkle with something other than anger. Could it be nervousness? Steve had never seen anything like it. Steve lowered his sword slightly, his curiosity piqued by the enderman's strange behavior. He had never seen an enderman act like this before. It was as if the creature was trying to communicate something. Most of the time, they just stared at him with those creepy eyes, unblinking and intense. Then they teleported away or attacked. But this one was different. What could it want? The enderman shuffled closer to Steve, its tall, shadowy figure looming in the dim light of the forest. It held out a fist, its long fingers curled tightly around something. Steve took a step back, his heart pounding in his chest. He had heard stories about endermen, but this was different. Was it going to attack? The tension in the air was palpable, and Steve's mind raced with possibilities. But then, the enderman slowly opened its hand, revealing its secret. In its palm lay a bunch of bright red poppies. Steve's jaw dropped in astonishment. This was completely unexpected. Endermen hated being looked at directly. Steve averted his gaze, not wanting to provoke it. They were known for their destructive tempers, often tearing apart anything in their path when angered. And they definitely weren't known for giving gifts. This was a side of enderman Steve had never imagined. The enderman thrust the flowers towards Steve, its eyes glowing with an unusual softness. It made a small chirping sound. Was that a giggle? Steve couldn't believe his ears. Steve cautiously took the poppies. They were surprisingly soft, their delicate petals brushing against his fingers. This encounter was unlike any other. Steve looked at the enderman, a creature he had always been wary of. It was still swaying from side to side, looking anywhere but at him. He chuckled, finding the creature's behavior oddly endearing. This strange creature was kind of cute in its own peculiar way. Steve had never thought he would find an enderman endearing. From then on, Steve would often find gifts left outside his house. Sometimes it was flowers, delicate and colorful, brightening his doorstep. Other times it was a rare mushroom, one that he had never seen before in his many adventures. Or even a shiny piece of obsidian glistening in the sunlight, a treasure in the Minecraft world. Steve never saw the enderman leave the gifts. It was always a mystery, a delightful surprise waiting for him. But he had a feeling he knew who was behind them. The enderman, with its shy and elusive nature, was the only one who could be so thoughtful. Steve continued his adventures in the Minecraft world, exploring new terrains and facing new challenges. But now, he had an unlikely friend. The enderman, once a creature of fear, had become a companion in his journey, and he had learned that even the scariest-looking creatures could have a soft side, a lesson that changed his perspective forever.